Hello, my name is Michael Schroeder, and today I'm going to share with you a journal that I just finished. I started last year in 2024, and I just finished today on the 22nd of August 2025. So I get these journals from Iona Handcrafted Books. You can get them online, and she makes them, or Michael Mitchell makes them by hand. And I just ordered my new one. I'll show you that one once I get through this one. But I'm going to show you what I do, and this is what I do for fun. I've been doing this for more than 30 years, and this is my latest one. So I started this in June 2024, and I mix up my paint palette all the time, and this was at the beginning. That's sort of the colors that I chose. I used sort of two palettes, so one here, so more basic colors, and then some more of the iridescent colors that I get through at Case for Making in San Francisco. So what I do is I'll sometimes make a swatch to see what the colors look like. And here's like a new color that I got called Case for Making Riverbed, and this is a little swatch of that. So I'll just walk you through. So this is an artist, Maggie Travers, at Point Reyes Station, in musician at the Farmers Market. That's Point Reyes Light. This is just a little more of a swatch of some of the watercolor pencils that I was using. A little sketch or abstract. This is by Toby's in Point Reyes Station. This is another abstract one that I did. This is at the Ranch in Fairfax, a great place that I've found for sketching. And artists there is a great furniture, great places to sit down. And then I went to an auto show in Corte Madera, and I sketched beautiful cars. Takes me 20-25 minutes to do a drawing or a painting like this double wide size. If I want to do a smaller drawing, like on a half page, that takes 20 minutes. Quarter page, maybe 10-15 minutes. This was one of my favorites. This Ford GT40. And then I went with my wife to Sausalito, did a little sketch there. Visited my son in Tucson, did a sketch there. And then my wife and I went to Spain for a little vacation. This was started off in Malaga. Right on to Ronda. And in Malaga there was an alpaca next to a store, and I thought I got a picture with it. Sevilla. Again in Sevilla. This is the Cetus, this great wooden sculpture in the middle of Seville. I bring a little Fujifilm instant camera with me, so I can do a little photography in there as well. Seville again. Sitting down in a cafe, it takes me maybe a half hour, 25 minutes or so, then I'll do a sketch. Sometimes I'll do a little collage, put a little map in here, some pictures that I get from guidebooks or pictures that I take, sort of composite together. We then went to Cordoba, which has this magnificent cathedral and mosque complex with this beautiful archway in red and white, so I had to capture that. Cordoba. And then I started a new technique, which you'll see more of later, where I put a piece of craft paper down, tone paper, so I could actually do some white colored pencil in that, or white charcoal, and I did a mixed media drawing. This was the first of these drawings that I tried in Seville, no, in Cordoba, excuse me. Then went to Granada. I did another one of these mixed media drawings with this tone paper. the Alhambra here on the left. And then another one, this turned out really well, I think. This was also at the Alhambra with ink and colored pencil on the left and watercolor on the right. And this is also at the Alhambra. Did this one horizontal. This was from a view of where we were staying. Then I got two more in this mixed media method, and I got a darker craft paper, and I really like working with this because I can add some white to it. I can do some pen work, and then this one, the blue and the white, the blue on the white ink on the watercolor paper, and then mixed with the white and the brown of the paper. That blue and brown mix is something that I've started coming back to. I really like it. It's sort of monotone but colorful. And this was, so we sat in a marketplace, and I did this sketch while sitting in there having noshes and tapas and things like that. Then we went back to Malaga, and that was the end of the trip there. I did some experimenting I did a show at the Top Drawer Shop in San Francisco. They had artists, welcome artists, so I went there and I did a little demonstration of some watercolor techniques in one of their journals they let me have. So and they also gave me some of this really deep blue paper, which I used for the same technique with some white. This is the white colored pencils, some other colored pencils, and some white ink. This is from my front porch. Another color swatch. This was some of the colored pencils that I had brought. And this was a dream that I had, and I dreamt that I had a pen, and as that pen vibrated, these swirls and intricate shapes were coming out of the pen. And as I moved it along, I figured out how to vibrate my hand so these curves and came out. And then I just described that to Sora, which is this AI model that creates video, and it created a video for me that showed me, it sort of was that animation that I remembered in my dream. This is a sketch that I did. I used these Neocolor 2 Caran d'Ache pencil or crayons that are water soluble. So I really like working with these because they're fun and they're really, really vibrant colors. And this is an example of what I've done with that. Then back in Marin County, Stinson Beach, and went to visit the Hydron Meadery in Point Reyes. That's here. I had dinner with some friends, took my little camera along, and had everybody sign it. And then this was in San Francisco, and I got some more Cotman watercolors. I tried these out. They had some more of the iridescent watercolors from Cotman, so I tried those out. Went to a Google conference for Blockly, a software tool that I'm using, creating stuff with, and this was from the roof of the Google building in Seattle, this little sketch that I did. I watched the people at the Fairfax No Kings protest, see all the people voice their opinion and voice their strength and conviction. It was beautiful seeing that. Then we went to Sonoma. This was the Sonoma Square during 4th of July. Tried doing a little rough sketch here. This was San Selmo downtown. And then we went to Paso Robles. This was last month, and in this case I put down some color on the page even before I knew what I was going to paint. In this case, this gold, and then I painted this and sort of painted and sketched over that, and I really liked the effect that it had there. And then we went to visit Harmony, which is in Northern California near Paso Robles. This is the old library from the Paso Robles main square. And this is, I was telling you, the ranch in Fairfax. This amazing space with sculpture, place to sit down, shade, and working artists in their studios. So it's a really wonderful place if you want to find a place to do some sketching. And I actually went here with my neighbor Katya, and I gave her a little lesson on how to sketch and helped her out as she started developing her own watercoloring style. This is the Marin County Mart near where I live. And then I started meeting up with this urban sketching group in Southern where is it? In downtown right by the Equator Coffee in Mill Valley. So this is a little sketch right by the Equator Coffee. This is a sketch from Petaluma. One in Mill Valley at the lumberyard. This is Mill Valley also at the center, in Center Square. Went to the Wayne Thiebaud exhibit at the Legion of Honor, and I picked out little pieces of that exhibit that really jumped out to me. I loved all of the things that he painted, and it's fun. You know, he was inspired by other artists, and he did their sort of interpretation or inspirations based on those, and then I did inspiration based on him. So that's where sort of a inception type thing. And then my latest couple drawings, I went to Sausalito. In this case, I put this mark on this page in watercolor even before I knew what I was going to paint, and then I did this paint right over this, and I used pen and ink on this, the dip pen, and that was really fun, getting back to some real basic skills. And I did this also in pen and ink, and then I just added the blue, and this is in Sausalito, I added the blue of the ocean as the only color there. And then my latest one. This is my last painting of or sketch of the day. I did this today, and this is using that same technique that I've been developing, and I think I'm going to continue to develop this technique, which is the depot in Mill Valley, looking into it from outside, people sitting around, and the same technique of putting a piece of craft paper down, and then doing colored pencil and ink, and then watercolor, literally a monochrome watercolor. So that was a little over a year's time. And then my new journal I had ordered from Iona Handcrafted Books. This is a deep red with a kind of iridescence to it. So I'm really excited to give this a try. And it's sort of something that will work with the iridescent paints that I'm using to be able to go on the next trip and my next journey, near and afar. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave any comments in what you think about any of these, any things that you think worked out well, any things you think any suggestions for. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.